I'm
So
really glad to hear that.
Thank you.
what made you write that song? What was the story behind it?
So it was my first time writing with my two co-writers on it, Hannah and Grant. We'd all never met, but Grant walked into my apartment and he was in jeans, boots, a pearl snap, and wearing a belt buckle. And I was like, "You and I are going to get along very well." So it wasn't even a question. We hit it off instantly. We had family from similar areas, so we just got along very well. Hannah had a title in her phone that she kind of wanted to write. She was like, "I think Nothing on You could be a cool one." And then I had, and saying all these things have nothing on you. And then I had a start to a verse and a melody. The first two lines of the song I had in my phone. And so I was like, man, maybe we could put these together and tie that into, that sounds like it could be like a Texas swing tune kind of song. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. It was almost scripted.
Nice. Love it.
It doesn't happen like that every time. So
I know it
No,
doesn't.
it
I love it
doesn't.
when that happens, when the songs kind of write themselves. That's a beautiful thing when it all kind of falls together immediately.
Yes, it absolutely did. And it was really easy. You know, Grant's married and he was able to pull things of his relationship with his wife, and we all could kind of pull from our own personal relationships, and it wrote itself, like you said, and it was pretty cool.
That's
Well,
awesome.
I'd love to hear that, Roger. Can we hear him do that? Can you do that or no?
Yeah.
We'll listen to this song and then we'll talk about his new song coming out here momentarily. So put you up on the big screen there,
man,
Jet.
you look all good.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Yes.
Y'all hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Here.
My lovely guitar. All right, so this is Nothing on You. The West Texas sky has got the biggest sun I've ever seen. The moon don't shine anywhere like Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. Yeah, it's true. And darling, they ain't got nothing on you. Well, I've spent more time in broken boots that I can't ever forget, and rode out the seasons in an old 07 Chevy bed. Got my redneck from hours earning this blue-collar tan, and I ain't no cowboy, but it taught me how to be a man. I don't know much, but here's a few things that I do. The West Texas sky has got the biggest sun I've ever seen. The moon don't shine anywhere like Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. Yeah, it's true. Darling, they ain't got nothing on you. Before I met you, I was slacking reins, all spurs, no brakes. Until you wrote me in and dallied down, you got this wild boy tame. There's something about your green eyes that takes my breath away. And just like a wayward wind blows a tumbleweed across the plains, I don't know much, but there's a few things that I do. Like the West Texas sky has got the biggest sun I've ever seen. The moon don't shine anywhere like Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. Yeah, it's true. Darling, they ain't got nothing on you. The West Texas sky has got the biggest sun I've ever seen. The moon don't shine anywhere like Smoky Mountain, Tennessee. Never thought I'd find a girl whose last name that I'd wanna change. It's true, I've met a few, and darling, they ain't got nothing on you. Got nothing on you.
Bravo!
All right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome
Great job,
song,
man.
dude.
Love that. That was
Thank
great.
A wedding hit for sure.
There we go. I hope so. What's funny, I played that song down in Texas. This hit me while I was singing it. There is a town called West Texas.
Yes.
And not just like Western Texas, West Texas. I didn't know that till we were in Texas, and they went, "What are you doing singing about West Texas? That's crazy." And I was like, "What do you mean?" They explained it to me. The reason I had the idea for that line, I had been driving back in 2024 to New Mexico with my dad and my cousin. We were going on an elk hunt, and I was driving through a town called Hereford, Texas, and it was nothing but cattle ranches. Well, my family's cattle farmers. We got a ranch in Missouri. And I remember the sun was setting and the sky was like pink. And I've always thought Tennessee's got the most beautiful skies. I'm a 615 boy, so I'm a little biased. And I was like, that's the prettiest sky I've ever seen. I'm going to put that in a song. And it took me about a full year before I was actually able to put it in a song, but it fit in there.
Great. Fabulous.
That's awesome.
Don't you love when you get to use your little tidbits of songwriting parts finally?
Every
Right?
bit of that song is a personal thing that I can relate to. The old 07 Chevy bed. Being always the youngest on the farm, working on the farm, when there's not any seats left when you're hauling a trailer, who gets to sit in the bed? Rain, sun, snow, sleet, you name it. Hi, how's it going? So I was like, screw it. I'm putting that in there as well. Nobody will get it but me, but it's okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
And you
Love
grew
it.
up, you were born in Nashville, but you grew up on the farm in Missouri. What brought you
Yes,
guys
sir.
to Missouri?
So my dad's actually originally from there. So my whole life, he's always had his house that he bought pretty much right after college, 2 doors down from my grandparents, who still live in their house. So it's always been bouncing between Nashville and Missouri, the middle of nowhere, central Missouri. But when I was 5, we started going to LA for acting. So I kind of got a taste of quite literally every possible environment you can imagine.
What town in Missouri, if you don't mind me asking?
It's a little place called Tipton. It's about 45 minutes west of Jeff City.
I lived in Knob Nostra. I was stationed at Whiteman for 3 years. So Warrensburg area.
I know that area very well. That's
Yeah, I've
really
been to
funny.
Tipton before too. That's cool.
That's
Nice.
If you blink when you're driving through the town, you will miss it for our one stop. So
I love that.
It's really crazy that you know that. What are the odds of that? That's crazy.
I remember I'd get bored and
awesome.
we'd just drive around Missouri with my friends and we'd see there was like some weird signs and there's some funny names around there that I
Oh,
don't know if I want to say
absolutely.
live, but
Yeah,
they got some funny towns.
I know all of them. I know the ones you're referring to. And we've probably been in the town at the same time. If you've ever driven through there when I'm there, that's actually kind of crazy.
Probably.
Crazy world. And you have a new song coming out on Friday.
So excited.
Maybe
about it.
that'll hit 1 million streams.
Hope so.
It would be crazy. I couldn't be happier if that song. I could die a happy man if that song hits that number. It's my first
And you're
ever
doing a duet
Mhm.
with
It-
Kaylee Clark.
Yes, Kaylee is amazing. She is actually one of my co-writers on Red.
Okay.
I've known Kaylee for over 2 years now. We've been writing. I'm actually really, really close with her fiance. She's been like the sister I never had. And when I wrote the song with Ava Hall and Erica Latza, we wrote it for a duet, but I was like, this needs a Southern girl that can sing on this song. And literally the first person I thought of was Kaylee. And I texted her and asked her, I sent her the song, and she, I think, texted me back in like 3 minutes, like enough time to listen to it and text. And
Nice.
so it's awesome. We are super excited to do it together. The filming of the music video was fun to do. All the content behind it. It was everything I hoped it would be. I love the song. I can't wait for everyone to hear it.
Awesome.
And
Where'd you
we
shoot
all-
the video? Where'd you shoot the video?
At a little place right near, some people say Geodis Park, the soccer stadium here in Nashville. It's not a bar, but it obviously used to be at some point in its life.
Right.
So we stumbled across it by happenstance not long before we filmed the video, and I was like, this would be a cool place to film a video.
Yeah.
And I just invited as many of my friends that wanted to come and fill up a bar.
Right.
So a lot of them, people won't know it, but they're mainly just my co-writers that are sitting in the background of the bar and stuff. It's two of my fraternity brothers are sitting next to me the whole video. It's actually kind of funny. It's really cool, and it was a lot of fun to film with Kaylee.
Very cool.
Yeah,
And you're gonna give us a sneak peek of that song, aren't you?
I can if you like.
Can you?
I can.
I would love it. What do you guys think?
I would love to hear it.
See if I
I
can
say
remember
yes.
Oh, it's down here. There it is. It's in A flat. My fault.
Okay.
So this song's called "Drink Alone." I'll do like the first. What do I want to do? How much of this song? Can I do like the first verse and chorus?
Yes,
Yeah, that
absolutely.
works.
All right. It also
Sneak peek, but everybody get this whole song on Friday.
it doesn't work as well if I sing the second verse because that's Kaylee's, and it just doesn't sound quite right when I'm singing it. It's a girl's part. We tried it.
Sounds
It's
good.
like that's a different kind of song.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's called "Drink Alone." It goes like this.
Okay.
This is the last place you thought I'd be. By the look on your face, I'm the last thing you need. But I want to pay your tab, take a last call, cab back to my place and lay you down. I know we said it the last time, but this is the last time that I'm gonna tell you. Leave that drink alone. Sit in hell with the past. There ain't no looking back tonight. Girl, I know at the bottom of the glass there ain't no getting over you and I. Damn if I've tried, and we both know I'm gonna make you wanna leave that drink alone. Something like
Love it.
That was really good. I
I
like that.
cannot. Yeah, I can't wait till Friday.
It's
Very
pretty
cool.
cool. It's a lot of fun to play live, and those are there's the little thumbs up. As you guys know, those are the best songs to do when you got the full band. I can't wait to sing it live with the band with Kaylee. I think that'll be fun.
With all the
Yeah.
harmony.
Some shows on the
Right.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
So, real
thumbs up
quick,
is becoming
I-
famous, isn't it?
I hate to interrupt. I do have to head out. I can't stay the whole time today.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
thank you for having me stop back on.
No, you're fine.
I hope you guys. I want some lasagna and I need to go to bed soon. So
Trip. We'll be praying for you.
There you go.
thank
Good
you.
touch.
I
Good
appreciate it.
luck.
I'll hop on any other time you want.
All right,
just
thanks,
maybe not
Ren.
for the whole time. Bye.
Okay,
If I
good
can
luck.
figure out how to
You
get
Bye.
got it.
Bye.
Good luck. Keep on
Right.
trucking.
Bye bye.
But yeah, so we're trying to work out some shows with Kaylee on the road that she can come to, and we can like play together. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm really, really excited for everyone to hear it. It's one of my favorite songs I've written in a while. So I mean that.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Very excited for you.
Thank
That
you,
is so
guys.
cool.
Thank you. It's pretty neat.
So yeah, I'm so excited to have you back on. I mean, you're going places, dude. I mean, I've been watching your journey since you started the music thing, and I've seen you grow up over the years. It's so weird to look at you now and then look at our first episode. I'm like, that's baby Jet.
I don't even
You know?
recognize me when I look back at 15-year-old me. I'm like, oh my gosh. It was very obviously before puberty hit, and it still hasn't. I look 16 now. So
Yes.
it was bad.
It's all right. It's going to work out for you in the long run, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I'm praying on. I hope when I'm
Right.
40, I look 25.
You will.
Absolutely, you will. So tell everybody where they can find you and where they're going to find your new song on Friday.
Absolutely. So I keep it real simple. All of my social media, my music, everything, my website is just my name, Jet Juergensmeyer. It's Jet with one T, like a plane, I know you've heard me say this 1,000 times. But if you type a J-U, there you go. If you type a J-U for my last name, I promise I'll pop up. You don't have to memorize all 12 letters. So,
Okay, cool.
and be ready for it. The song's going to be
All right,
out at midnight, Thursday, I guess, technically at midnight. So,
And well,
Exciting.
tomorrow night at midnight. Yeah.
there you go.
Very excited for you.
Midnight Eastern time or Pacific time?
Eastern time. So technically
Got
11
it.
o'clock if you're in my home state or hometown in Nashville.
Or if you're in Vegas like I am, I can listen to it at 9 p.m.
I'm glad you knew the time zone change because I was homeschooled and I was not going to get that. Thank you guys so
All right,
much. This has been a blast.
Yes,
Jet, good to see
congratulations
you
on
again.
all the success.
Thank you guys so much. We'll do this again when I'm putting new stuff out. I've got a bunch of songs that are already recorded that I'm going to be trickling out for the rest of the year. So we'll do it
I
again
can't
soon.
wait.
Great.
Thanks, Roger. Hey, I'll see you guys
All right,
soon.
thanks, Jet.
Bye.
Best of luck.
All right.
That was great.
Wow. It's always
New
great to have
single
him on the
music
show.
video release. It's so exciting.
It is.
Right? So much fun.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's fired
So-
up, and it sounds good too. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you saw the online stream, play it, on camera, but it's not going to have the same effect as if we were listening to it on Apple Music, Spotify, or whatever platform you guys listen to your songs on, or even watch the video and see how that one is produced. So very exciting, very exciting.
I'm
Okay,
very
so
excited.
we've got our next guest. Okay. She's a Canadian country singer-songwriter. She writes Christian music as well. She's a multi-instrumentalist. She's got over 860,000 Spotify streams. Okay. More than 1.9 million YouTube views. And she's performed at the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, Dollywood, and Festival Country Day. I'm saying this, I'm probably botching it up. Lothbenere. I'm sure she's going to go ahead and tell me exactly what it is. Please welcome Justine Blanchette. Hello.
Hey guys,
Hey, how are you?
good. How are you?
Very good,
Good,
Justine.
good.
Pleasure to meet you.
Absolutely, it's great to meet y'all.
And see you
Fabulous.
again because you were part of the Troubadour show we did last
Yes.
month.
Yeah, and you were great.
Mhm. Well, thank you. It was a blast.
It was a good time, wasn't it?
Hmm
Guess who's going to be there next
So what
year?
was it like when you? Yeah.
I'm gonna take a wild guess.
So what was it like working playing at the Bluebird?
It was great. So the Bluebird show was almost a decade ago, which is crazy. So my family and I was raised homeschool, kind of like Jet, and my family and I took a lot of trips in the U.S., like eastern part, and two of our bigger trips were RV trips, and we took an RV down to I think as far as Louisiana. And one of our stops was Nashville, and I think we stopped in Nashville twice on both of those trips. And one of them, my mom had insisted that I should try out the Bluebird Cafe. And so, if you know anything about the cafe and how it works, if you want to sing on, it's Monday night that you can call in and ask to be on the open round, kind of like open mic night situation.
Okay.
But the tricky part is if you call in, it's like super tough to actually get somebody on the line. So you have to like have 3 phones and like just call them back to back until they answer. And so that's what my mom ended up
Oh,
doing. I
God.
think she only had her phone. At the time, I didn't have a cell phone, but she took her phone and my dad's phone, and she was just like nonstop, like calling back and forth. I think with like both phones at once. I don't know. It's like crazy stuff. And she eventually got me a slot. And I think I still have a recording from when I played a song there. And I think I did 1, maybe 2 songs. I can't remember what it was. But it was a random song I'd written at the time. And I cannot believe I actually sang that song. So I'm like, yikes. I just look back on what I wrote and I'm like,
That's cool.
and I
That's
thought that was
cool.
my best stuff. Okay. But it's okay. You grow as an artist.
And then you played at
learn.
Dollywood.
Yes,
Yeah, you played at Dollywood as well too.
I did. That
How's
was
that
back
experience?
it was awesome. This was back in 2021. This was my first trip to Nashville. That ended up being kind of like it's going to be a 2 month trip that turned into 4 months, and then it just got bit by the bug, is what they say. You know, I was like, I love this place. I want to keep coming back, and eventually made the move. But at the time, it was a songwriting festival in Pigeon Forge, and that I'd signed up to go to, and it's going to be a good time. And depending on how many songwriters they had and whatnot, they placed them on different places to play. And so Dollywood was one of them. So there was no guarantee I would get to play at Dollywood. There were other places like Old Red, a couple hotels around and stuff like that. So I ended up being at one of the hotels and then Dollywood. And I was around with a friend, we became friends throughout the whole thing, but I have a bunch of pictures from playing Dollywood, and it was a blast. So one of the theaters over there back in 2021. So it was a great time.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Very cool.
You come from Canada. You're a Canadian country
Yes,
artist.
French Canadian.
Now in Nashville, right? You
Correct.
moved to Nashville. Is that official?
I did. I did
Okay,
fully
so-
full time 3 years ago.
Very cool.
So how did that transition work? Going, being in Canada, and then obviously you're gonna need to get papers to come to Nashville. How did that all pan out for you?
Well, I already had quite a few friends that I'd made in Nashville. So the first 2 years I was traveling back and forth. Obviously, in immigration wise, like legally, I could stay here for a few months or whatnot, and then go back to Canada. So I had to travel back quite a bit, back and forth for the first 2 years. I did that, and started building relationships with some friends and other Canadians, and asked a bunch of questions. Consulted with a bunch of people, and found out what the process was like. And it's just a couple channels, a couple like unions, federations for musicians, stuff like that. And then just filing and waiting, basically. And the waiting is the most annoying part. And it can get pretty pricey. Yeah. So it gets a little pricey. It's a little tiring, but very worth it to be able to live a dream here and build a world that I never would have imagined back in.
So do you like Nashville though? I mean, are you glad you made that move?
I am. I love that.
Are you glad you made the move?
I love that the community I have is just so supportive and so strong. Like I have friendships that are now about to hit 5 years from the first time I traveled here back in 2021. So I think it's just very precious to look back on those memories and roll into town. Like before we got live, I was explaining that I don't have my guitar with me because I am traveling today. I just got back into town from visiting family up in Canada for a few weeks. And, the apartment where I live is being treated for brown recluses.
Of course. Well, I have to say, let's talk about your song "Prayed for a Rose."
Yes.
Okay. It took you 3 years to make that song, isn't it?
Yes. That was a long time coming, but I'm glad it's out.
That's very cool.
You have a very faithful journey.
Yes. So my initial journey here in Nashville was to build. It was kind of an unexpected thing. I ended up collaborating with a producer here, and we worked on an EP together. And it was a great project to work on, and I was very proud of it. And the songs I ended up recording and being part of didn't feel honoring to the Lord. They're great songs, but I just felt convicted about them last summer. And so when I was going through this journey of figuring out who is, Justine Blanchett, what image am I putting out on social media? Who am I speaking to? Who am I encouraging? What message am I putting out there? And I felt very convicted that I couldn't just live saying, like, I'm a Christian, but I'm going to sing about all these worldly and sinful things as far as my conviction goes as a Christian. And so I had Prayed for a Rose already tucked in some notes and all the things. And 3 years ago, like you said, was the time when I wrote that song. I was going through a tough time, a tough season, and decided to channel that. And I'd heard a quote at the time that said, "Sometimes we pray for a rose, but God has a whole garden waiting for us." And so that felt huge to me, knowing that things like living in Nashville, the community I have, and all the things. I was like, that's my garden. That's exactly what it is. Like, my rose was, I want to move to Nashville and live this dream, but there's so much that came with it that I never took the chance to even pay attention to. And so all of that kind of came together, and I had my friend Sammy Lynn hop onto this write with me. And we finished it together 3 years ago. And then I met a Christian producer, Stephen Lewicki, I think is how you say his last name. Sorry, Stephen, if I butchered it. We ended up just like talking. I was actually on a different project with him. I was singing background vocals for another friend we had in common. And just from conversations with him, he literally said, like, put me in, coach. Like, I literally want to do this with you. And I was like, okay. So I brought him the song along with other ones that I had already in my catalog. And so I just felt very strongly that Prayed for a Rose was the one I needed to do. And so we worked on it. And a fun fact is I'm the one playing the piano on the track. And so it was just a very cool moment to get to be part of the entire project as a whole and be very convicted about it at the same time.
Very nice. I would love to hear you sing some of this. Can you play it for us tonight, or are we not doing that?
I would love to.
No,
I just don't have my guitar. It's at the apartment that's getting treated for reclusion.
Gotcha.
So otherwise I would. But yeah, it is out on all platforms, and I have little acoustic bits of it over my social media if you'd like to hear it as well. But it's out on any platforms you listen to music.
Very cool. Very cool.
I have
your
a question
fans
as a
compare your
fellow
sound to-
lyricist. Would you be able to tell us your favorite line from the song?
I definitely can. Let's see. So I think I've got to say that my favorite line I love like the end of the chorus where it lists all the flowers. Like, I think that was a very cute one, but it's probably not my favorite line. My favorite line would be in verse 2, actually, which most of the time for lyricists, like, we know that, listeners don't pay attention to verse 2. Usually it's like chorus is the important part, but verse 2 at the end says, "You were placing the pieces how they were meant to be, and you loved me enough to write my whole story." And so I think that's so important to think of, because, whenever we come across situations, we're like, oh, why is this happening to me? Or like, why am I not getting X, Y, and Z? Or like stuff like that. I think it's really important to say, like, well, this is the moment right now, but God actually wrote a whole story for you. So there's more coming. And then just keep going. So
very nice.
That's beautiful. We're so excited.
Yeah, well, thank you for asking.
So your fans compare your sound to Shania Twain and Faith Hill. Do you agree or disagree?
I have to say I do agree. My mom played a lot of Shania Twain in the house growing up, and so I don't even have to tell people, like, oh, I might sound like Shania Twain. They just say it, and I'm like, yep, that's correct.
That works.
So it'll be like every once in a while, like a tone or a note, they're gonna be like, that's Shania right there. And I'm like, so
that works. That's a good comparison. You can't ask for anything worse.
Right. And I'm like, it works because we're also both Canadians. I'm like, either somebody got paid somewhere to say it was Shania.
There's a lot of fires going on right now in Canada. I
saw that.
I'm in New York and I see it. I cannot believe how yellow it is out all day.
Yeah.
It's the craziest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened a couple
years.
years.
And now that you mentioned that, so I said earlier, I was driving from Canada in the last 2 days. I usually take 2 days to drive down, and I stop in Ohio. But I was wondering why yesterday the sun was so orange bright and early in the morning. And I was just like,
crazy.
Weird. Is it the weather? Like, but now that makes a lot of sense. Goodness.
It was orange today too. I was like, what is going on? And then I saw it in the news. I'm like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
This happened here.
I know.
Quite often, doesn't it?
I feel like it does. Like, it's just spread across Canada. I don't know what's going on.
So crazy.
It must
Yeah.
be serious because we're seeing it over here in Michigan too.
Are you really?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you are?
I mean, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Crazy.
you're up there north, North Territory up by Canada, aren't you?
I think
What part
so.
of Michigan
Yeah.
are you at?
Muskegon. So we're
Okay.
basically like near the hand, the bottom hand, near the lake, but probably just maybe a couple hours from the Canadian border. I'm assuming. So
So yeah, you would definitely see it.
yeah, we're definitely seeing it, smelling it. The whole
Yeah.
gambit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of scary, but hope everybody's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So Justine, you independently wrote 13 songs. What lessons have you learned over the time of writing all this music?
Oh gosh. Well, so 13 of those made on to platforms, and I started when I was 12. Or no, that's not right. Started when I was 15, releasing some songs. I get numbers confused as far as career goes sometimes. So my apologies. But I've also been driving for 20 hours in the last 2 days, and I'm like, what's today?
Right.
But
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So I mean, I've written so many songs, but 12 of them have made it onto Spotify. I can't say that all of them should have made it onto Spotify and Apple Music. Like I said, I started very young, and so I randomly landed on. I was looking through the stuff I've done, like a month ago, and I landed on some of my very old stuff, and I was like, ooh, like, whoa, okay. You don't have to tell people you were homeschooled because they can tell.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like me
you
looking
grow
back
it.
at my first episode. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Exactly. So I was getting a little bit of that like cringe for a minute there. And like, I don't know, I think what I've learned from at least this latest release, I think audiences and listeners like really, really love authenticity and just raw emotion, really. And I heard something recently. Somebody said, we don't need more songs in this world, but we need more real songs. There's so many, there's thousands,
Yeah.
millions and billions of songs out on platforms, but we need more real songs, and now today with stuff
Mhm.
like AI and whatever, like there's even more songs out there. And so I find it easier to like cut through the noise in a way, when people can actually connect to a real person. And so writing about my life, writing about other people's lives, writing about how I really feel, and just give people a voice for their stories and my stories, I think has been the most rewarding
Mhm.
part, and the most challenging, I would say. It's hard to figure out which word I want to use for certain things.
Yeah.
And, so I think that's
You
one of the
bring up a
biggest
good
lessons
point.
I've learned.
You bring up AI. So let me ask you personally, do you feel like AI is going to hurt the singer-songwriter industry?
I don't think the songwriting industry. I do think that a lot of like unions and like big industry companies are making a lot of decisions as far as how to protect songwriters, and to protect human writers and all that. And I think the more it goes, the more people are going to be able to tell the difference. Like obviously I write songs, and I have started producing my own material, and I know what a song should sound like, and I know what a human like voice sounds like. And so
Mhm.
whenever I hear a song pop up on Spotify, like I'll know if it's AI or not. Now, is there a day when we won't be able to tell? Potentially, but a machine cannot replicate human emotions. And so I don't think it'll ever get to a point. And if it does, like, so sorry. Like I'm predicting this so wrong, but
Right?
I don't think it'll get there. Like I see companies like Tidal already, making a distinction for saying like, hey, we won't pay royalties for AI music or anything like that, which I think is a huge step towards truly giving the money
Yeah.
back to the real artists.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
Patrick,
Probably
Tian, I'm
gonna-
going to ask you guys the same question too, because you guys are musicians. I mean, are you concerned that AI is going to take over your songwriting?
No, I'm not. and I'll tell you why. My perspective, anyway. I think it's going to get to the point where you go into it because I write with a lot of different.
Okay.
I write and produce a lot of different projects and a lot of different genres. So there'll be people that will come in that don't play an instrument, and it'll be used for a tool like that. It'll be a demo tool. You know, it may mess with some of the session players for a minute, but I mean, you could hear everything just so on. You can kind of hear it and feel it because they're getting all these sounds and tones from the people who play it, write it, and sing it. So I don't really feel that it's going to take that human emotion away, because at the end of the day, it can get close, but you could hear an emotional vocal. You can hear a push and pull, even if a band is programmed with programming drums and playing on the click and all that. You can feel the tension. Now, will everybody feel it? Maybe not, but I feel enough writers and performers are not, you know, on board with it, that they'll find a way to kind of keep it. It'll end up being like a tool, a studio tool, that's where it should stay.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And you know, people cannot tell the AI cannot tell your story. You can tell your story.
That's right. 100%. So I don't feel like, you know, I mean, I don't feel like an AI track can, you know, you're going to have to go out there and sell it yourself, right? You're going to have to bring a band out there, a kick-ass band to sing this great song. And that's where all the true emotion is going to be. And you'll be able to tell it night and day. Even if bands are singing with backing tracks, you can't replicate emotion like that. I don't think. How do you feel, Tiana?
Right.
How do you feel?
I agree. Initially, I was hesitant because things were going so fast. AI artists were getting signed to deals over human artists, and I initially got kind of scared. But I realized that we started putting our foot down right away. We started putting laws in place to protect artists, songwriters, human artists across the board. And now I completely agree with Patrick that it's going to be used as, it already has been, in the songwriting rooms with the doors closed, as a demo writing, to help along people that maybe aren't as experienced in the songwriting process themselves, which is totally fine. But as Patrick was saying, you can't replicate human emotions. Only humans can do that. And humans can recognize other human nuanced emotions, which is the beauty and art of songwriting itself. And also, at the end of the day, you got to go on tour if it's successful.
That's right.
It might be cool for like a video online or something, but it's not going to replicate in the flesh with thousands of people all together. They're all together at a live show to experience a human experience together. Right. So that's why AI will be stopped in its tracks.
And it's the imperfection of a great performance that makes an artist who they are. So if everything is totally perfect and on the grid, obviously you want to go out there and kill it every night, and you want it to sound great, and you want it to sound your version of perfect. But there's that human thing that AI is just never going to. I mean, there might be signing artists to track acts that people are never going to leave their. It's like you walk around with a computer instead of an instrument. That's a whole different game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking about guys and gals that sit with instruments, and even if you don't write, so the thing that's is going to be cool about the tool, I'm going to call it a tool, is people who don't play guitar or piano or any kind of musical instrument. It'll help them with melody, and it'll help them, just kind of pitch it to a team or a producer and a songwriter to get their point across. So I get that. You work with me, we don't work with that. You come in with your piano or your acoustic guitar, and we grab pens and papers. Then we bring it. After we get the melodies and ideas together, then we bring it to technology. And I feel like that's always going to be the way, That's
absolutely.
That's my 2 cents.
Starts with human and ends with human.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
You get out there and, you start doing dates, and you can't really fool people. You know what I mean? You got to go out there and deliver an ass kick. You got to sell people. You know what I mean? You sell them a backing track, even if you're playing with the backing tracks and you don't put that heart and soul into it, it's not there. I don't care what
Yeah.
anybody says.
Well
I
said,
can
Patrick.
spot it out a mile away. You know,
Justine, where can everybody find you?
Anywhere you listen to your music and anywhere on social media. I'd say I'm most active on Instagram, and my handle is Justine and Blanchett, 1T Music. So no relation to Kate, unfortunately.
Awesome.
Love it. Love it. Justine,
Well,
thank
we
you for
wish
taking
you the
time and joining us tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me on there. It's great to meet you, Tiana and Patrick. And,
Pleasure to meet
I'm
you.
sure I'll see you around, Roger.
You too,
Of
Justine.
course.
Thank you so much, and congratulations on all the success. And welcome to America.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, y'all. Have a
Yes.
good night.
Congratulations. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, Justine. Bye-bye.
What a
So
sweetheart.
another
Yeah.
show. Yeah, she is. Another show in the books. Another
Yes, sir.
crazy episode.
Yes, sir.
That
That was great. That was a great show.
I will say we will be on next week. We will also be on the week after. Let's see, lineup wise. Here's what I'm excited about. July 29th. Guess who's coming back?
Who's coming back?
Elise Harper.
All right. Awesome.
She has a new song coming out on
Okay.
the 30th or 31st. It's called
Very
Earrings.
cool. Very cool.
And
I know. I
she's
saw
gonna-
that. I saw that. Very
She's-
cool. I'm excited.
She's
for
going to
that.
be our guest. Yes.
Fantastic.
So
That's
she
exciting.
came from being
I'm
a
stoked.
co-host, doing our Nashville news, and now she's back to be a guest on the show. So
Beautiful. I
we
love
can't
that.
get rid of her.
No.
Yes.
No.
That's in 2 weeks. 2 weeks
We
from
love her.
tonight.
We love her.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. So
And I heard some snips.
All right,
of her new
guys, that
stuff.
wraps
It's
up.
Great.
it
Her
is
stuff is
good.
great.
It
Yeah.
really is.
Dynamite.
And she's all excited to come back on the show to tell us all about it.
And we're excited to hear her.
Of course. All right, guys, have yourself a great rest of your Wednesday night. Make sure you guys share the podcast. We're on all streaming podcast platforms, RogerTheWildChildShow.com. And make sure you let everybody know all of our social media and just make sure that you guys get the word out for us and so that everybody knows who we are, what we are, and what we're doing here. So, all right.
Absolutely.
You guys have a good
100%.
night.
Good night.
Night, everybody.